Yo, what's going on, guys? Shane here. So today I'll be teaching you a lesson on the discriminant. So let's go. So basically, to first understand the discriminant, you must first know the quadratic equation. So this is basically the quadratic equation. It's ax squared plus or minus bx plus or minus c equals y. So we have to take the variables a, b, and c and put them in what is known as the quadratic formula, which is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2a. So to get the discriminant out of that, you must take the second half of the top line. So basically, our formula is b squared minus 4 times a times c. So now, basically what this tells us is how many solutions our equation will have. So if we go down here, we can see that if one solved out, the discriminant is greater than 0, there is 2 real roots. If that number is a perfect square, then it's rational. But if it's not a perfect square, then it's irrational. If the answer we get is equal to 0, there is 1 real root, which then means the nature of it is rational. And finally, if the answer is less than 0, then there are 0 real roots, and the nature is imaginary, so it contains imaginary numbers. So if we move on to our two examples, our first one is 10r squared plus 5r minus 8 equals negative 8. Once simplified, we get 10r squared plus 5r equals 0. So using our discriminant formula, we can determine that our equation will be 5 squared minus 4 times 10 times 0, which then ends up to be 25. 25 is greater than 0, so we know that the number of real roots is 2. Because 25 is a perfect square, we know that it's rational. Our second example is x squared plus 4x plus 4. So using our equation, we can figure out that the discriminant will be 4 squared minus 4 times 1. We then get 16 minus 6 to be 0, so the discriminant is 0. If we go back over here, we can tell that because it is equal to 0, we have 1 real root, and it's rational. So there you guys go. Hope you learned something, and I hope we get a good grade.